Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm Kyle,
What's going on, guys? My name is Joe.
and thank you guys so much for being here. Today, we're going to be talking about another review from Jay's Beard Essentials, which is awesome. We've been working with Jay for a long time. Big fan of his, big fan of his company. We actually just released a scent with him on stream, which was cool, on Thursday. So we're going to be talking about that one in a little more detail. And then we're going to be talking about his other scent that released, I believe, pretty recently as well. So we have both of those scents in the oil and butter today for you.
Right. Of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining us yet again. And you probably know the routine. Check out this intro and we'll be right back.
Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So the first one that we're going to go over is the newer scent, which is Quick Draw. And the Jay's really been stepping up his game, really when it comes to his products. If you watch our previous videos, we talk about that. But then also his artwork. This is what Quick Draw looks like. It's a 1 ounce oil glass. It's like that blue clear. And then that is what the artwork looks like. Yeah, Joe, go ahead and show that off.
The hologram label. And he's been using these labels a lot with the awesome artwork that he's been getting. And I will say right off the bat, so you have like a cowboy there, which of course is Jay's face there. Jay is notorious for using his image as an image on his labels, and this is one of my favorite ones, and it really shows what I love about Jay. And Jay is, he's really honest about, kind of being a little bit more of an introvert when it comes to opening up and, not knowing how people would, respond to him. But the one thing that he did in 2021 and he's continuing to do now that we're in 2022 is really opening up and really allowing people to get to know who he is as a person, which I think has really helped his company a lot, because he is really good on camera, whether he wants to admit it or not. I've seen him on a live review. I've seen him obviously put up Instagram stories. He's really good. He's really funny, and this is just a good example of him just showing his personality, which really I think a lot of customers appreciate, and it's a very undervalued aspect when it comes to beard stuff.
Right. Well said. All right, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So Quick Draw. So the scent profile for Quick Draw is pretty simple. It's oud, patchouli, leather, and teak.
Yeah.
And then this, it's not on his website. It's not specifically said this way, but I personally look at it as like his original blend, and this is his kind of premium blend, if you will.
Yeah.
Versus just real quick here. Emu oil, metafoam seed, sweet almond, amla or emle oil, rosehip, camellia, queque. How do you say that, Joe? Queque. I always mispronounce that one.
Dude, I'm not even gonna pretend that I know. Kukwai?
I think it's queque, yeah. And then ostrich and sunflower. And castor.
Yeah.
So this, in my opinion, is more of a premium blend. This one is going to cost more to make, and this is definitely more of a popular blend. Has a lot of kind of high-end exotic oils, if you will. So both of these scents, that's the profile. So again, real quick, oud, patchouli, leather, and teak. So this is a great scent. This one's, it's cologne-y. You pick up that patchouli just a little bit. I'm not a patchouli fan, but this one doesn't bother me at all. You get the patchouli on the back end. It's definitely leather heavy, and it's all in the realm of oud. So it's that manly cologne-y type of leather scent. Looking at the picture, I think it describes it pretty well. Kind of had that Wild Wild West theme.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Almost, I think of like a horse saddle, like a dirty, dusty horse saddle when you smell it. I love the smell. My only critique on this one, for me personally, I only got about 2 hours in beard. Other than that, I thought this was really a great scent. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I think I liked it a little bit more than you did. For me, the only major difference is I actually picked up on the patchouli a little bit more. And, I think one of the things I had mentioned to Jay initially when we were just briefly talking about it was that I was a little worried at first that it was actually maybe a little too patchouli heavy. But then once I got it in beard, it really started to fade away. So while you got it on the back end, I actually got it more up front. And then the leather actually kind of came in. And I was actually looking for maybe even a little bit more leather. But obviously, your nose is different than mine. And so it seems like that the way he has it ratioed is really good. Because I thought that everything blended really well with one another. I got that leather saddle type smell. It was very crisp, very clean. For me, this is one of his more mature scents that he has ever come out with. And honestly, this is probably a top 2, top 3 scent that I've tried from him. And as you know, and you've seen from us, we have tried just about everything that Jay has to offer. This one is, man, right up there. If it's not number 1, it's definitely 2 or 3.
Wow. Yeah. No, I can see that. It's a great scent. It's definitely more up your alley, so I'm not surprised at all.
No.
Before we move on to the next one, I just want to read the butter ingredients really quick. Jay's been working on his butter a lot, and in my opinion, it's really paid off. So this is a full body butter, refined shea butter, coconut oil, mango butter, emu oil, metafoam seed oil, sweet almond oil, sunflower oil. So as you can see, some more of those, what I call exotic ingredients in there. And I think it's paid off. It's a really nice full body butter. It's one of those butters, in my opinion, you really only need like a pea to a dime size, and it spreads really nicely throughout your hands and your beard. It's going to give you a little bit of hold, a little more than typical butter, in my opinion, but it does make your beard really nice and soft.
Yeah. Yeah. And, Jade, gets all their credit, but I know one of my earlier videos, the one thing that I critiqued the most was his butter. He had a butter that just simply wasn't for me. The shea butter, I think he had a hard time with because I always thought that it dominated the smell of the scent. And then it was also always pretty gritty for me. By far, this is the best butter that I have come across from when it comes to Jay. I love how smooth it is. There is no grit to it really at all. And it has some pretty good density to it to make it a good daytime butter, but it's still light enough to work really well at night. And honestly, I mean, the way he made these improvements and took my criticisms, I'm just very impressed. This is, for me, should be the butter that he sticks with on just every basis. I hope he never changes this butter.
Yeah, I know he's gotten a lot of good feedback on it. So, here's hoping. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here to our final scent, Primal Rage. Joe, go ahead and show off that label for me if you don't mind.
I sure will. Yeah, this label's sick. I love it. I love the artwork.
Oh man, I know. That's why I wanted to show that off. Yeah, the artwork on that is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously you got the gorilla with a stack of pancakes with blueberries on top, and then he's got a cup of coffee there, and he's just ready to, obviously rage. So.
Right. All right. The scent profile for this one is a little more sweet, a little more complex. It is blueberry, coconut, leather, coffee, driftwood, and suede. So I'm where Joe is with this one. This one's arguably my favorite Jay Beard Essentials scent. I just think he nails it. When you do blueberry, it's very hard not to make it a sweet breakfast/dessert scent. It's very difficult. He nails it. To me, this is a straight blueberry coffee scent. I pick up those undertones. What makes it kind of a sexy scent is like that suede, that driftwood in there, makes it manly, makes it sexy, almost into that cologne realm. I really think he did a phenomenal job with this. It's one of those ones, I know it sounds funny, you can call it even like OCD, but I've been testing this quite a bit. I'm through about a quarter of the bottle or so. And this is one that when I walk by it and it's on the bathroom counter, I smell it. I take a sniff every time I walk by. It's just one of those scents that just really works for me. Joe, what'd you think?
Yeah, no, dude, you really nailed it. For me, it's more of that food. Obviously, it's more of a food and drink type scent. I think there are some of those cologne aspects that he did want to put in there, but
Mhm.
for me, yeah, it's definitely not a cologne scent for me. I would put it in the realm of a food scent that I would really only wear once in a while, but it's very good when it comes to the execution wise. I think the
Yeah.
the, the pancakes and the sweetness from you get some like the syrup that you would put on pancakes. The blueberries themselves are sweet, but have a little bit of a tartness to it. And then the coffee is just really freshly brewed and just, really nice. Everything works really well together. The leather is a nice touch to just,
Hmm.
really add that extra punch to it. I think it's funky. I think it's, really fun. For a scent that I'm going to wear once in a while, it's still going to be a scent that I'm going to gravitate to when I just want something different and something fun in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would say if you're not as much of a food or sweet smell scent, I think Joe described it perfectly. Joe, your opinion, is this a coffee or a blueberry scent? If you got to pick.
Um, there's a really good balance between them. I'm gonna
Yeah.
still put it under a coffee realm because
Hmm.
that coffee really stands out. And when the blueberry does fade, the coffee is still there throughout the day. I got a
Yeah.
solid like 7 to 8 hours out of that one. The other scent, I got actually 4 hours, so about 2 more hours than what you
Oh,
put in beard
nice.
than that one. But this one was pretty much an all day scent, and that coffee really stuck around a lot. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say coffee scent.
Yeah, I was just curious your opinion. My description is exactly the same. You get it all up front. As it fades away, the coffee stays there all day, basically 7, 8 hours. So I completely agree. So like I mentioned, we are affiliated with Jay's Beard Essentials. We're proud to say we are. We'll go ahead and throw our code on the screen or in the description, probably both.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and use that if you want for 15% off. Also, we'll throw the link to Jay's Beard Essentials website so you can check it out. He still has, if you've been with Jay's for a while, like we have, he still has some of those original scents, the popular ones, still on his site. Then he has obviously new, fun stuff like this. So make sure you check it out. This, as good as this oil blend is, in my opinion, that older oil blend is a classic. There's
Yes.
absolutely a place
Yeah.
for it in my beard. So, Joe, anything else before we get out of here?
No, you bring up a good point. Because if you are a person that really wants to just ride and die with Jay's Beard Essentials, I recommend having both sets of oils because there is emu and ostrich oil in this blend. And we've talked about in the past that, we don't like to use emu and ostrich in our beards all the time. It makes our beards sometimes just too soft. So if you ever needed to switch around, I would recommend having both blends in
Yeah.
your arsenal. And of course, always check out, he's got his blend of the month that you can do and subscribe to. Very cool, really worth checking out. He collaborates with different people for those. He has sometimes different ingredients and, of course, different scents that you guys get. So you're getting a completely different experience every month.
Yeah. And then before we get out of here, I got to mention it. Shameless plug. Our second collab ever, Just Cuz, was with Jay's Beard
Yes.
Essentials.
Yes.
So if you hop on the website, go ahead and check that out. Super proud of it. It's obviously we love it. It's one of our favorites, but go ahead and check that out. Even if you just want to read the scent profile, don't want to purchase, just check it out.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. That is all the time that we have for you today. But as always, keep it growing.
And we'll talk to you at the next one. Cousins out.